Hey, I was just want to talk a little bit about passing a inspection from a DOT officer on the side of the road or in an inspection station, scale house, what have you. They happen all the time. I had 6 level 1s in 2022 and 1 level 2 also in 2022. I had these both in, I think I had 2 of them in a non-CDL setup, and the rest of them were all in my CDL setup. This whole, everybody says, oh, once you've had a level 1, they give you the sticker. They can't do another one for a month or 3 months or whatever they say. I don't know, but I've literally had 2 within the same week. And most of these, obviously I had 6 of them, so it was within 2 months. You know, most of them I think I had 4 of them for 4 months. So, don't get mad. They pull you over, let them do their thing, be cordial, be courteous. Be nice, let them look at what they want. Ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. I've asked some questions, and thankfully I had it right. And so it goes well, and asking questions shows that you care. Don't look at it as, oh, you're incriminating yourself, or you're just leading them to something else to find wrong. Most of the time they're not in it for that. Most of the time, as long as you're at least mostly right, there's nothing really standing out. Your truck's not all jacked up and dirty and just gross. And your load isn't just obviously not secured properly. They don't really care. They're not really digging. They know that these things, if you get a level 1 and you have a violation, they know that costs us thousands of dollars, between being put out of service, losing time of work, the ticket itself. The ticket itself can be pretty darn expensive. And then insurance. If you show up, you start having lots of violations on your insurance, guess what? That's not going to be fun. I realized whenever my insurance renewed in October, it went down $10,000 a year, and I'm pretty sure that had something to do with all of these inspections and my FMCSA score going up. And so hey, it's 30 minutes, 6 times. That was 3 hours of my life to save $10,000 this year. It's worth it. All right, so let's get into this. The first thing that they're going to want to see is a book, a binder, your paperwork, all your information. How the heck do you turn this camera around? Don't know. We're going to try to wing this. All right, so you want a big binder. All right, just a regular old 1-inch binder. Mine's getting kind of beat up, in my opinion. Just keep it looking nice, keep your stuff together. That's kind of like sign number 1 that you got your life together, and they're not going to mess with you too much. All right, so we're opening it up. First page, I have a copy of my driver's license, medical cards, my cab card, the cab card, or if you're non-CDL, I guess you can have your truck registration. That's my trailer registration. Oh, geez. Man, my camera angle's way off. Sorry. I don't know how to switch my camera around while I'm recording. You're going to want to have your current vehicle insurance, certificate of liability insurance. That also comes in handy. Your IFTA. If you're a CDL guy like me, you always want to carry this. If you want to get into New Mexico, Wyoming, you need this. They pull pretty much everybody in. New Mexico, you have to get your trip permit, all that good stuff. So you need that on hand. And of course, your IFTA stickers on each side of the vehicle permanently posted. Also, your DOT numbers have to be permanently posted. Well, I don't think they don't have to be permanently posted, but you need them posted up. I think the letters have to be like 2 inches tall or something, but most places that's going to be making your decals for you, they already know this stuff. Then here I have my, darn it, what the heck is this called? This is the FMCSA thing showing that I'm approved to be hauling. There's another one, my certificate of MC number. This is my vehicle inspection that you have to do every year, your annual vehicle inspection. The trailer one, and then monthly maintenance reports. This one's old. I keep all mine on the tablet now. Looks like another medical certificate. I try to keep all that stuff with me. And then of course in here too, you want to have the instruction manual for your ELD. And of course you have to have your ELD pulled up. So you're going to have your ELD on. You're going to have it on duty, and they're going to inspect that. Of course, they're going to ask you to, sometimes they want to look at it and just kind of scroll through it real quick, call it good. Sometimes they want you to send it over to them. They can walk you through it. It's easy. But you have to have this, mine's Keep Trucking, Now Motive. You want that, that instruction manual for it. And, in the back of the book, that's where I keep all of my inspections. Like I said, 6 level 1s and 1 level 2. The level 2 is in Montana at the way station there. Can't remember exactly where it was at, but it was in the middle of Montana. So you need to have all that. And then of course at the front of the book, I keep my stuff like my trip permits and all that for New Mexico. Oregon, you have to have a trip permit also. They're kind of pricey. I don't like going there. So that's pretty much the book, you know, driver's license. You don't really need that, but to me it helps to have it handy for them all in one package. You know, copy their driver's license, insurance, vehicle cab card, trailer registration, all that good stuff that they're going to want to see, and that you know that they're going to want to see. If you have to sit here and dig and go looking through everything, they're going to start wondering what's going on. All right, so the other part is I've literally had DOT officers tell me that if your truck is all dirty and nasty and you got trash all over your dashboard and everything's just thrown around and pieced together, they're probably going to look more into you, because those are the ones that they see more frequently having violations and issues. And you know, if the inside of your truck looks like a big slob, big mess, you know, you don't take care of it, chances are you're not going to take care of your truck and trailer very well either. All right, so most of the other stuff that they're going to look for is going to be on the outside. Most of the time they just kind of, especially on Hotshot trucks, you know, they really don't measure brakes. They're going to be doing a quick look over on your truck. They're going to be checking tread depth, you know, as long as your tire is halfway decent looking. That's about all they're looking for. You know, I saw another YouTuber, he got pulled in and the outside of his tread on his steer axle, passenger side, was worn completely out, showing wires. He got a violation for that. You know, these Dodges are notorious for having that issue. I think most of it's an alignment issue. Whenever I had mine aligned, I put some weight in the bed of it, let all the air out of my bags, and had it sitting to where it was kind of squatting. It was sitting level front to back, kind of so it'd be sitting like I had a trailer on it, and that's how I had it aligned. That way, when I do have my trailer on it, most of the time I set my airbags to where the truck just sits level, unless I'm super light. Because if you go much higher than that, it rides like crap. So, you know, of course, good looking tires. You want all your lug nuts right. They don't want to see any obvious signs of that. They might ask you what your tire pressure's set at. They haven't asked me yet, but I have heard a lot of guys say that. So you want to make sure that you can spout off what your tire pressure should be at. In theory, if you got dualies, I would highly recommend, let's see if we can find it here, valve stem extensions for that inside. Especially on these, I pretty much had to get it. I couldn't find a way to get my hand through there and get a gauge on it, so I had to get some valve stem extensions. I plan on getting them for my trailer too, because it makes life much easier. Of course, all your lights, make sure all your lights work. I mean, these Dodges, these new ones, they have a setting in the dash where you can actually set it up to go through all the lights for your pre-trip. Let's see where my key's at. Let's see if I can get over to that option. Oop, let's turn that compressor off. All right. Get out of all these extra menus. Let's see. Let's see if you can see it. All right, so you're gonna go to your trailer options. See, this is your trailer tow, trailer brake gain. You're gonna slide over one selection. You got the trailer tow, and it says press the arrow to begin. You just press and hold it, and it starts going through all your lights. So it'll start going, turns on your headlights, goes through your blinkers, your flashers, your high beams. It even kicks on the reverse lights on your truck. See, it's going on the high beams there. And we'll give it a second. It's probably doing the reverse lights right now or something, but see, got the blinkers going. It'll hit brake lights, so it makes it easy. You know, make sure all your lights are good. If you got them cab lights, make sure those are all working properly. All right, this is also kind of a, I guess you could call it a pre-trip video. But you know, make sure your tires are all good. Knock on them every day. Every time you stop, it's always good to check on your tires, check out your truck, check out your load. It's just an easy, quick thing to do. You know, hop out of your truck, you're on the side of the, you know, you hit an off ramp real quick to go to the bathroom real quick. You know, just walk around your truck, you know, knock on all the tires, kind of glance up under there, make sure nothing's leaking. And same thing on your trailer. You know, make sure that, go and knock on all your tires, check out your hubs, look at your suspension, because I've had one of the bolts for one of the links back here fall out going across Montana one night. Been driving for about 4 hours, and somebody waved me down and pulled over, and guess what? Big giant bolt missing. Let's see if we can get it to look at it. Yep, so this is the front of the link, and then it goes back. That bolt back there, it's just the same as this big honking bolt. Somehow or another, the nut worked its way off, the bolt fell out, and I was dragging the link. And so you always want to check on that stuff. Don't know how it happened, because those nuts, it's kind of like a one-use thing as far as I can tell. They all got boogered up, and whenever I was trying to take it off, I had to fight it to get it off, but who knows. Of course, your lug nuts, check your lug nuts on your trailer. But that's pretty much what they're looking for. Make sure your load's properly secured. If you're not sure if you got it right, Google it. You know, it's what everybody does. Google it. See if you can find some actual regulations. If you can't find anything really definitive, you're still not sure, call DOT. You know, I've had to do that before. I wasn't sure. I was in Utah, and they loaded me up with some pipe. It was 14 feet tall. And I wasn't sure about it. They said, oh, it's good. But, you know, every shipper is going to tell you that. So, you know, I looked online, checked my path, made sure all the bridges and all the tunnels going through, what is that, Eisenhower Pass or whatever, there in Colorado on 70, that big tunnel. Made sure that was going to be tall enough. Thankfully it was. And called DOT. I called them in Utah, made sure I was going to be good in Utah, then called Colorado, made sure I was going to be good over there. It doesn't hurt to call, dude. If you're not sure, maybe you can get a hold of somebody, send them a picture of it, see what they think. You know, don't be scared to call, because guess what? You might look like an idiot calling them. You might feel like you look like an idiot calling them and trying to ask for help, but you're going to look like a bigger idiot whenever your load's on the side of the highway, or, you know, something falls off and it goes through Meemaw's windshield, and now you're getting sued by your grandkids that didn't give a crap about her in life, but now they might get some money, so they're gonna go after you and tell you how much they loved her. You don't want that happening. They think you got a big truck, you got insurance, they're gonna get a bunch of money out of you. Most of us are broke. They don't care. So, you know, like I said, DOT, as long as you got everything mostly right, you're good to go. You know, you want your chains, your breakaway chains, you want them properly hooked into your bed. Kurt makes these big loops. I attach the shackles to it to give myself a little bit of extra length. That's all good to go. I already asked the DOT officer about that during one of my inspections. That's good to go. You know, make sure your light plug is properly plugged in. You want your breakaway cable, that little guy, you want that attached to a separate place than where your chains connect at. I usually hook mine into one of the little eye holes on the side of the bed. I plan on putting a bolt in there, an eye bolt or something in there to really clip it onto. Don't forget during your pre-trips, you need to be pulling this out. Pull that breakaway cable out. Make sure that do a tug test. Make sure it works. Same guy I was telling y'all about who got messed up about that steer tire. He got messed up about that too. You know, they're probably gonna be checking out this box, making sure you're good to go, fully charged. That's what you want to show, fully charged. See how it's lighting up? All right, so that's what you need to make sure that's good to go. They're gonna be checking out your pin, making sure it's locked in, all good to go. So that's gonna be most of the issues they look for right off the bat. Proper securement, you know, if you're hauling equipment over 10,000 pounds, they want to see 4 chains and 4 binders holding it down. You can use 2 chains as 4 chains. You just have to have the ends of it separate. So, you know, I can loop a chain onto the piece of equipment, bring it down to the trailer, and, you know, bind it down. And then the other end, the free end of the chain, send that to the other side of the trailer, hook that up to the equipment, bind it to the trailer. Now that chain is used as 2 chains. There's actual, you know, regulations about all this stuff. You know, if you have a bucket, you know, you want to have I think they want to see a chain on it. Sometimes I don't have an extra chain, so I'll put straps on it. But as long as you're putting out good effort, you know. And a lot of guys say, you know, hey, you know, they can find an issue with a brand new truck, brand new trailer, and they will find any little thing to get you. There are ones that do that. You know, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it, but there are ones that do that. Never ran into one. I've had 7 of them. So you should be good to go. Keep your truck looking decent, as nice as possible, clean as possible. Keep all the clutter to a minimum. Do your best to make sure you have it fully secured, your load fully secured, and your paperwork in order. And that's about all they look for. All right. This video is a lot longer than I expected it to be. I have a tendency of rambling. So, you know, if you want to pass a DOT inspection, make sure you got your stuff in order. You know, I've actually been sitting in Idaho at one of my level 1s, sitting at a truck stop. DOT came rolling through, just looking at people and stuff. I was bored on my 34. Asked him if he would do a level 1. He was bored too, so he agreed. He did a level 1 on me real quick. You know, all it does is help. So, try to be safe. Keep your stuff in order. Make sure you're legal. And y'all have a good one.